Hey everyone, I'm Ultimate456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 61 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Alright, let's enter the theatre and start watching that movie. Let's have a look. Okay, cool. I apologize for keeping you waiting! World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D will be screening shortly. The title alone, I have a bad feeling about this. 2.5D? That sounds so half-assed.
Now then, please relax and enjoy the film.
The film?
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise, and was whisked away to Monomi's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monomi scarecrow hanged herself and died.
Jesus.
He also met a Monomi lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows. He also met a Monomi tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monomi, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monomi. And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury. And he lived happily ever after. The end.
Okay, so quickly something I want to point out just before we continue. The narrator for that movie, The Wizard of Monomi, is actually the same voice actor who does the voice of Monokuma. He's just speaking with his natural voice. So I thought that was really cool when I was like looking it up and I was like, I wonder who does that, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the narrator there is Monokuma's voice actor. All right, here we go.
Phew.
Man, movies are the best. That drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, one for each head.
So,
Now then, let's meet again at the class trial.
bye-bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye. I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe this situation. It's so funny. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie?
Well,
But thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like he said, the characters who were killed in the movie matched the victims in this case. Well, not really. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie, okay. Not just that, but Hyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death too. Alright, I guess.
but
It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now. Or if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. Wizard of Monomi has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Alright, let's get out of here. We are going now to the motel, which should be, yeah, left is probably the quickest way to get there. I think it's Electric Avenue and then the motel. Come on, Monokuma. In fact, I should quickly check because I really don't want to get screwed over by a tiny bit of poop right at the end. Look at that tumbleweed. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. Walk, walk, walk. Hajime's got a good gait. Really good gait. Alright, here we go. Head over to the motel, and I'm going to check one more time because I'm pedantic. Okay, 73. It's all coming together. It's all falling into place. The pieces are slowly combining. I just remembered, I never went inside any of the rooms of the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hyoko's room is. Might be faster to just ask someone. Let's talk to you.
So you have appeared.
You're here, right? Come on out. Huh? You talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Hey, which room was Hyoko staying in?
Listen well.
Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers?
Damn right.
Yes, Mrs. Whatever your name is, this is how I talk. Hey, Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the batten lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki at the motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue, you met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason.
I see.
So we had no choice but to break down the door, and discovered Hyoko's body was suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened.
Hey.
This is the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki? As I recall... Didn't you hear me? A body was found. Body? Kya? Could it be? Do you intend to spread lies like Nagito in order to confuse us all? Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monomi.
I see.
I see. So Kazuichi and Sonia didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious?
Like...
Well, Hyoko was killed. Between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? So obviously those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but while we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what's going on. She said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh?
Well, yeah.
While we were circling the island, we came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island?
Well.
No, we went to the movie theater and that street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikan and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hyoko and wrapped her around the pillar with duct tape. It's true, I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. But the fact that Hyoko was killed, and we did discover her body.
Huh?
Wait, did I read that right? But the fact is Hyoko was killed and we did discover her body. What? Do you still doubt me?
Jeez.
Well, I'm used to it. It's true I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry. Even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. I'd want to know in advance what I'd have to do to end up like that. Alright, that was a long one, but yeah, Fuyuhiko's account has been added. Now I think we have to just enter the room. So, Yoko's room, I guess is this one. The center room. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Looks like it's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. Creak, It opened, just as I thought. This key was Hyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. Is there... Oh, I didn't write it down, but luckily I remembered it. Yeah, it's over there. Okay, so Hyoko was staying here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted. Alright.
Oh my!
Huh? Did the door open? Yeah, Hyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it. I see. What? Did something happen? No, it is just... I am starting to believe it might be my fault. Her fault? What does she mean? Okay, before I do anything, just angle the camera over here. Can't get this. And select the 5th Monokuma plush for this chapter. I'm very lucky I remember that because I did not write that down for some reason. Alright, you can only talking to Sonia does something, so I'm just going to quickly examine this and the bed, and we'll just continue like that. There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use this, and broken. The bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. Alright, Sonia, what's up? What's on your mind, baby girl? Sorry, I shouldn't say that. The moment Hyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right?
However,
her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason. Besides that disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in her room?
perhaps...
Her kimono. Her kimono? Yesterday, I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence, it was not locked at that time. And then, I saw it. Hyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. Mahiro is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono. Huh.
You are right.
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiro. That Mahiro kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps...
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiro taught her. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say?
Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue? If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
And that was when she kicked me out.
It cannot be!
Could it be? Hyoko remembered that? Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can't see that happening. Hyoko locked her room and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. Can't imagine that. She was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident? Or was someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening in on our conversation. Nobody knew. If that's the case, how did the killer know Hyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. Alright, Sonia's account has been added to the Truthful section of the handbook. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no sign that someone made a mess of her room, and I don't think she was forcefully abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh well. Alright, let's get out of here. What's the next place we're going to? Hospital, which is left. Yeah, we can go left from here. Should be the music venue and then... No, sorry. Yeah, it should be the hospital next, right? Yeah. Because I couldn't reach... I'm so confused. I can't remember. It's one of them. Music venue, then it should be the hospital. Alright, and we should also get Monokuma leveled up here, which is really cool. So we're on level 52, we're halfway through level 52. Let's see what level we reach when we do it. Okay, here we go. Okay, no poop, so I guess that was good. Give me another egg. Doop, 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 doop. I swear this looks like a Tamagotchi, which I miss. Digimon. Alright, we got a skill known as Tranquility, and we got 300 mono coins, which is fantastic, and a memory notebook. Actually, it's fantastic, but it's not actually that good in a way. I'll have to do something about that. Oh, that's weird. It says... It doesn't say Monokuma on the back, it says M... it's missing an O. It says Monokuma. No Kuma. Alright, 920, yeah. Okay, if I use a few coins, that should be fine. Alright, so we got our new egg. We're gonna start walking it to hatch it, and then we're gonna do stuff. Alright, so we got like 2.5 levels out of that, basically, because now we're level 55. Alright, let's hop in. Still got a little bit of time left. I wonder... I don't think I can do this quick enough, but anyway, alright, talk to you two. Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right?
Hey!
Yeah, so? I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Didn't you guys get this from that shady looking alley where all those machines were lined up?
Right!
Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then, if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too?
Man...
No, that's impossible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with a hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor.
Hey!
But if I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it.
Huh?
However, I didn't just swap the cameras. I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right. You did work on that. Okay, gives us a bit more info.
Well?
I feel like I haven't been here in a while, even though it's really only been a few days. Okay, surveillance camera. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this.
Hajime.
Hey, Hajime, there's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
That's right!
Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions.
Hey.
Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now, but the whole display was pretty dark because they were using just candlelight. There was a rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered, but now I know that must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder, and without any hesitation, she climbed that stepladder of her own free will, and then she grabbed that rope, and that's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because the screen went dark all of a sudden, and it wasn't displaying anything anymore.
Man...
Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model. Hold on.
Well?
At the time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the hemp bag was Ibuki, right? Yeah. You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself, so you rushed over to the music venue to try and stop her. But I didn't make it in time.
Hey,
Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide? What do you think, Chiaki? There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right? Yeah, there's no doubt. If so...
you...
Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. You know what? Everyone, read that line and get that into your thick skulls. That is what we need in the world. If you don't know, just be honest about it. That's pretty much that is a really good piece of advice. It's so okay to not know. It's just, you know, I mean, unless you're being taught and you still don't know for many times, but if you don't know, you don't know. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure out that easily. That so easily. Now I forgot what she was talking about. Give me a sec. So, alright, there's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder. Don't think so, don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way to be able to figure out. Okay, so Hajime was being a little mean there. Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. She said the conference room, but why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? Alright, cool. We got another truth bullet, surveillance monitor video, and I'll leave things here. Hopefully have enough time in the next episode. Well, I know I'll have enough time to get to the trial, but I want it to be sort of towards the end so it fits nicely. So I'll leave it here. So I want to thank you all for watching episode 61 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.